This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
On the show today, why, when you invite somebody back to your house for sexy time, you need to check their bags on the way out.
Like Mary Poppins. I would check her bag because she can fit lamps and
That's
everything
true,
in there. We
that's true.
speak to the star of Mary Poppins the musical.
We talk about involuntary downgrading.
Oh, yeah, that's
Some people get stiffed here.
Today, let's put in Cirque du Song play as well because Steve was so good.
So good. We demanded people that had a solid musical knowledge.
Yeah.
Steve brought it.
This is Nathan, Nat and Sean.
On Nova 937.
It's 6:03. Nathan, Nat and Sean. Happy Wednesday, friends.
Of the longest week on the record of weeks.
Yeah, it does
And
feel
it's been
that
a
way.
lot
I feel like we're in the
in
last
history.
10 Ks of a marathon when your legs get the shakes.
Yeah.
And you're all over the joint.
It's true.
This is insane. What's going on?
I don't know.
Well, time slows down when you've got a break coming up, and we have a break
But I
coming up
didn't
at the
even really
end
know-
of next
I
week.
never know about the break.
No, well, but the time
That's
knows
on
about
you,
the break,
mate.
so
My
it
body
slows down.
knows.
Yeah.
My body knows.
That's on you. My
No,
body
I know what I'm
definitely
saying.
knows.
It's not you. It's time slowing down.
Oh.
So that's happening regardless. Yeah.
Nat has to tell me about our breaks.
That's disgusting.
What?
The you are such in the zone of radio that you're not looking forward to the next light at the end of the tunnel.
Well, that's because in your life outside of this place, you've got other things happening.
Okay, got me. Okay, I got you.
You got other people in your house. You got a wife. You know what I mean?
You got, as we say, something to live for.
Yeah, it's on.
Okay, yeah.
It's sad but true.
You could go to the gym or do the shopping or go to work.
But what if you went in a beachier direction?
You're only a what if away from a holiday with the What If app. Book accommodation, flights, packages and more.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
Nova's 100 grand or 100 in the hand.
Thanks to Liberty. Loans for free thinkers. Got a grand idea? Free think your way to a home, car or personal loan with Liberty today. Eligibility and conditions apply.
Ah, yes. The dulcet tones of Justin Timberlake, unsing.
Oh, wasn't he all over the place?
Rocked your body. Today's featured artist right there. And you know who called us?
Bloody
Jeffrey. Hello, Jeffrey.
Hello, how are you?
Hey, Jeffrey,
Hey.
this is really interesting because it's the name of Nathan's
Yes.
fictional...
If I'm to win,
Panther.
if I'm to win Lotto, Jeffrey, I'm going to buy a panther, and it's named Jeffrey.
Name it after you.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Hey, you can't be afraid of a Jeffrey, right?
No, absolutely not.
No, you know what?
Do you
But you will be afraid of my panther.
Do you ever shorten it to Jeffrey?
Always.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jeff.
So we should stop calling you Jeffrey because it makes you feel like you're in
In
trouble.
this day and age, who's got
It's
time
only,
for
only when my mum calls me Jeffrey.
for
and I-
Jeffrey? You know what
No,
I mean?
don't have time for it, no.
Yeah.
All right, Jeff,
gotta-
you've got a choice to make.
Jeffrey.
I go in the draw for the 100K.
Oh, you don't want to think
Jeff.
about it? There's 343 people already on that list.
I got to be in it to win it.
All right,
Who's
344
Who's
people.
choosing this 100k, Jeff or Jeffrey?
Jeff.
Jeff.
Jeffrey would have taken the 100, I reckon, because he's a
Jeffrey's
sensible
he's done
word.
up for
He would
it.
have gone
Whereas
straight.
Jeffrey will do
Yeah.
anything for money.
Jeff is a wild man. He likes to
Actually,
roll
sorry,
the dice.
Correction, Jeffrey will do anything for a small amount of money.
Hey, Jeff, what would you plan on doing with the 100 large, mate?
I honestly put it on a mortgage.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sensible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and what would you have done with the $100? What was your plans?
Double it down on black at the casino.
Oh, you know.
Yeah.
I would
come
love to
on.
be that person
A
that
valid
goes in, pushes
investment
it all into
strategy.
the middle, and then
don't-
lets it ride.
Yeah, Jeff, I don't reckon you'd just go, because you only double your money then. You'd have to pick a number, wouldn't you? For your $100, you'd have to go straight down on...
Okay, so are we on the roulette table, or what are we
Yeah,
playing?
roulette.
Roulette
Nathan
table.
doesn't even know what you're playing.
No, so like...
Because if you only go black or red...
so if I choose black 15,
yes.
that'll get me more money.
Well, it's 36 times your money, isn't
Yeah.
it? Or is it more?
I don't know,
Yeah.
something like that.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, because it's harder to pick. How does he
sorry.
know?
1,000 apologies.
Gamblers Anonymous over here.
Yeah.
1-800-858-858.
Jeff, good luck. You're in the running for that 100 grand cash.
No worries, thank you.
Wish you all the best.
Bye, Jeff. Bye, Jeffrey.
Nathan, Nat and Sean in podcast form.
Sometimes you just splurge on yourself. You know, one thing I've never, ever splurged on is I've never paid extra to be up the pointy end of the plane.
I've paid extra and then been upgraded from there, which was amazing.
What, into the cockpit?
To first class. And the reason I did it was because I was coming back. It was a long-haul flight and I was having to go back to work the next day, and I'm like, I need to be rested.
Can I say, Nat, just the joy of knowing that flight isn't going to be hell. You know what I mean? To be able to know that you're going to relax.
Yeah, that's right.
To know that you're going to be able to...
You can lie flat.
To be able to cut through whatever meat they give you with real cutlery.
Yeah. Lying flat and sleeping, lying down.
Being respected.
Being respected's a good thing.
Looking around the cabin and have other people think you're successful.
And not having a stranger fall asleep on your shoulder. Yeah. You know, those sorts of things.
The thing that you get served is the top-level booze and also the good-level food. When I went there once because a guy I played footy with was the tightest man in the world, Anthony Jones, everyone. And anyway, Jonesy, for some reason, he said we should fly at the pointy end. I thought he was joking. I said, yeah, no worries, let's do that. And then I got an invoice to say we are flying at the pointy end and got stiffed big time.
That's not good, Sean. Well...
At least you got what you paid for.
Stephen Jones, he's 78. He's a
no relation.
He's a Vietnam veteran, right? Him and his wife were in the Qantas lounge. They were enjoying a coffee on their way home from a holiday in Christchurch on Sunday, and they got news 30 minutes before the final Melbourne to Adelaide leg took off that he had been booted from his business class flight.
What? So he hadn't upgraded with points. He
bought his flight. He'd been booted from it because of something that happens quite a lot, and that is a pilot needed to get to Adelaide for a flight and could only do business class as per an enterprise agreement. So if a pilot has to travel to go and do a shift somewhere else, they have to fly business class because they have to get sufficient rest.
Yeah.
So anyway, so he was...
But why him?
I don't know. Because he was sitting next to his wife, who he'd also paid for the upgrade for.
Yes.
And he reckons that the young pilot came and sat next to her and, I quote, wouldn't look at her. Because he would have felt awkward too, I reckon.
I mean, also, but you don't really want the stranger sitting next to you just looking at you the whole flight.
Yeah, no, that's another good point.
So anyway, all these people have been weighing in on it, and this guy comes over and says, this thing happens in the industry all the time. It's called involuntary downgrading. So isn't that disgusting?
Yes.
Like the fact that we live in a world where you can treat yourself or pay extra for a premium service and then you've paid for it and you don't get it.
Yeah.
If in that circumstance where we know the pilot has to get there because he's got to drive another 300 passengers, so I get that part of it. The thing that would get me the most is if they did not offer something beneficial to me at the end.
So they said to him, "We're so sorry." I think they offered him 5,000 points,
which is nothing. It gets you nothing.
And he said, "No, I don't want anything from you. Basically, I just wanted the flight." And he's just, he goes, and he understands why he was bumped, but he isn't happy about the fact that.
To be fair, Melbourne to Adelaide is like a very quick flight.
Yeah.
But they should give him another free flight.
Also, what I would be aggrieved about in this situation, it's why me? Yeah. There's not 3 seats in business class. Yeah. It's a section. Why have I been singled out? That's what I would be angry about.
Next time they might be asking you a few more questions because they didn't realise, I think, that they chose a Vietnam vet because, you know why? Because without the Vietnam vet and 78-year-old being part of the story, we wouldn't be talking about it.
No.
I'll tell you that right now.
That's right. That's what's made it newsworthy.
That's what's made it newsworthy. So we want to talk about involuntary downgrades, okay? So you've paid an extra or premium for something that didn't matter because you didn't get it.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're not even offered an apology.
Or a refund.
Or a refund.
Like, he should have been getting financial compensation for that. So refunding the portion of the fare that he's not enjoying, but also, on top of that, compensation for being... inconvenience.
Oh, yeah,
it's an outrage.
Yeah. Discovering just because you pay for something doesn't mean that you're going to get it.
We're outraged.
Horrible. We're going to give somebody $150 to the Quarry Bar and Brasserie. How good's this? $10 ribs on Thursday at the Quarry Bar and Brasserie in Hammond Park.
What?
Yeah.
$10.
My brother's house.
$10. You can't get anything for $10.
Well, you can get ribs. Hit up thequarry.com.au.
All right. Have you been involuntarily downgraded?
Chris is in Como. Hey, Chris.
Good morning.
Hey, Chris. We're talking about involuntary downgrades, which is the worst of all. What happened?
Yeah, so it was a similar story. I went to check in for an international flight coming back from Kuala Lumpur to Perth, and when I got to the check-in, they advised me that there was something wrong with the seat, and they had to downgrade me to economy. I wasn't very happy about it because I spent quite a lot of money on the airfare. However, they said, look, if you're willing to take the economy flight, we'll give you a free return business class flight, anytime you want. And I thought, okay, that sounds pretty good. So anyway, took the flight, got back to Perth, and then, sure enough, didn't get any emails or any correspondence. So then I started calling the ticketing office, and they're like, no, we have, no record of this.
No. You got ghosted by an airline.
I did, and it was not a low-cost airline. It was a full service, but I won't name them. So anyway, I was really frustrated, and then I ended up hiring a private investigator because I'm so stubborn.
I love you. Oh, my God, Chris, can I say, because that's where I would have left it, this is going to be such a great journey. Go.
No, I was like, I'm getting this ticket. So I paid this investigator. I said, go back to the airport. Yes. You're looking for this guy. He works at the check-in counter. This is his name. When you find him, you put him on the phone. So sure enough, he got to the airport at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. He's like, look, he's not starting till 6. I'm like, I don't care. I'll pay you to sit there. So sure enough, 6 o'clock comes. He finds the guy, puts him on the phone, and it's like a scene from the movie Taken where I'm like, you remember me? I will find you.
Yes, Chris.
Yes.
And then sure enough, the guy remembered me, and then the next day my email came with my free business return ticket from Australia.
Congratulations.
And see what I mean? When people say that airlines are difficult to deal with, they're not. All you need to do is hire a private investigator.
Yeah, Chris, I don't give in.
And threaten the staff members, apparently.
Yeah, Chris, that's brilliant.
Chris, what a victory for the common man. Well done.
Oh, the
common business class man.
Yes,
anyway.
Chris, are you like this with everything? With there's an issue, do you go for it?
I do, yeah.
Chris, our producer's husband, Alex, he's like that. If there's an issue, you want Alex on it, but Alex will not do it for anyone else.
No.
People like you, Chris, need to open up a service for people like us that have no follow-through, where you can just go for the jugular with issues that we have.
Do it on our behalf and take a cut.
Chris, you'd be a millionaire in a year. Oh, my God.
I think you might be.
Yeah.
Appreciate your efforts, Chris. Thank you. Deirdre's in Rivervale. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hi,
Deirdre. Were you involuntarily downgraded as well? What happened?
I was. So me and my husband were celebrating our anniversary, and we decided to splash out at the casino when it was Jupiter's. In the
Jupiter's, yes.
On the Goldie,
yeah.
Oh, on the Goldies, no, I've been there, yeah.
So we splashed out in a nice club suite, and then we got downgraded to a deluxe twin room with a $30 breakfast buffet voucher.
Why, Deirdre?
No.
How did that happen?
Yeah, what happened? They just overbooked?
I think like a high roller or something was needing the room, and we booked at a discount, so I guess they figured that it was okay.
So did you push the beds together?
No, well, it was actually quite nice having that little bit of space.
Okay.
Marriage going well, was it?
How long were you married for, Deirdre?
10 years.
Only 10 years.
Yeah, that's enough.
10 years, you want to stop touching them, don't you?
Yeah.
Is that right? Remember when they tried to downgrade me from when we went to that wedding, and then I stayed at that bed and breakfast?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So I booked in, and I put my bags in, and then I went and did something, and I came back, and then the lady at reception said, can we just speak to you for a second? I said, yeah, no worries. She goes, so you've got the room there at the front? I said, yeah. She goes, with the balcony? And I went, yeah. And she goes, well, we've just had a couple book in, and we just thought it'd be nice if they had that room. And would you move into this other room? And they opened up this other room and it had like a window the size of a postage stamp. And I said, no. And she looked at me so confused, like, why are you not giving love a chance? You're alone. Go into the room with no window.
Because I paid for this and I booked it.
You don't deserve oxygen in a view. No one loves you.
Single people don't look out the window, Nathan.
They don't. They've got nothing to look for. Nothing to live for, nothing to look at.
They're just looking inward at where they're going wrong.
Exactly.
Thanks, Deirdre. Casey's in Leaderville. Hello, Case.
Good morning.
Hi, Casey.
You can give us some insight into this notion of involuntary downgrading, can you?
Yes. So I've worked for international airlines for many years, and I've been the unfortunate person that's had to tell people that they're going to be downgraded or that they don't have a seat at all. So it's very awkward, and it takes a lot of management from the ground staff to try and, get a result for this, because it's not the news anyone wants to hear when they're about to embark on travel.
Like for your job, and so many people out there, we should do this as a topic one day, a job where you are the bearer of bad news.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be one of the worst. Casey, so how out of everyone in that section was a 78-year-old Vietnam vet that was travelling with his wife and paid for the flight get downgraded?
Yeah, see, I think that was a little bit badly managed by the staff involved, because when you're in that unfortunate situation, you go through your passenger manifest and you look at, possibilities. You would never downgrade someone who's in a party of 2 or a party of 3 or a party of 4. You wouldn't do that. You would look for singles first.
No. Casey, no.
Whoa,
We're
Casey.
suffering
No,
enough.
Casey, I reckon...
We are alone. We live life alone, and you want to take this away from us?
No, but, look, if you're on a full-service carrier, generally they will give you some... I don't like to use the C word, compensation, but they usually offer you...
It hurts to say, doesn't it?
It does.
What if that
compensation's the way to go.
I'm going to meet someone?
Yeah, that's right.
I'd take it.
Like Sophie Monk did, yeah.
Well, you can. They can do things like if there's a seat in economy, they may say things like, "Oh, we'll downgrade you to economy, but we'll upgrade you on the next sector." That's usually quite palatable, especially if the next sector is a long haul sector. Yeah. So sometimes you can sell it that way. Sometimes you can offer them, points. You can offer them, the lounge. You can, there's various...
Yeah, we're not buying the points thing, because the points thing seems a bit low.
They're getting the lounge anyway, so that's not going to work.
If you're in that position they offer you and you're sitting next to a person, if you're a single person, you go, okay, this is not happening anyway, so you might as well take one then and hope that the next person...
So firstly to say, first I just go to my seat and see the person single and ugly. Yes. They're taking an ugly or ugly.
There have been situations where people have refused, and created a bit of a ruckus. Well, you have to call the AFP.
Oh, do you? So, Casey, at any point would you ask more than one passenger and say, this is a situation we need to downgrade somebody. Is there anybody willing, if we compensate you, willing to put their hand up and say, I'll do it? Do you ever do that?
Absolutely. That's the standard practice.
Right.
That you ask everybody in the hope that someone will take it.
But can I just say, Australia, though, Casey, and I've been reading a lot about this, Australia doesn't do the thing that America and some European places, and they do, and they it's like an auction. Yeah. They'll start offering cash to people, and the cash can go up to thousands of dollars.
Oh, I like the sound of that. Yeah. You'd have to make sure that everyone on the plane holds tight so the money gets up high.
There generally is a cash component to it as well. You start off with offering money, and if that doesn't go, then you say, well, would you like an upgrade on your next sector, and would you like this? And you kind of keep adding on.
Okay, so no one moves, right? So no one moves. You're like,
giving away a plane.
You bring the AFP on, they're throwing guns in everyone's face to get someone out of their seat.
They've got a bazooka in front of an old woman's head.
Get up!
You will move! You will move!
Yeah, it's very awkward for everyone all
Spray
around.
With mace.
Best scenario is that someone offers to do it, but sometimes that's not the case, and basically whoever comes last gets it.
So that's the reason to check in early. Yeah,
Casey, so many people
don't ever come last.
You, Sean, looking at you.
So many people must have gone so berserk at you over the years. Yeah.
Yes, many. I take pride though in turning it around. You've got to keep, offering them this and offering them that, and trying to make the best of a bad situation.
That's really nice.
Here's some pyjamas.
Yeah, it takes a lot of management, though.
When's the last time you did?
Have some empathy for the staff.
How many years ago did you do this job, Casey?
I did it for 28 years.
And when did you stop?
Like a few months ago.
Okay, so you were working during COVID, because that would have been worse.
Oh, yeah. Well,
there weren't any flights.
No, but since COVID, everyone's angrier.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But no, people are just happy to be on a plane, even though they whinge about the price, because that's their call. And people are happy to get on planes. But, during COVID, we were flying aircraft, bringing people back to Australia, the ones that were allowed in. We would fly an aircraft in or out with, like, one passenger.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, no, that's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. And making them sit in economy.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine that passenger getting angry as they're not in business class. It's like you've got the whole plane.
Can I get upgraded, please?
That was very interesting. Thanks, Kate.
That was really interesting, absolutely. All callers were great this morning. $150 spent at the Quarry Bar and Brasserie. I think Chris got us off on the right foot this morning.
Didn't he just? He engaged a private investigator.
Mate.
Well, to get what the airline promised him.
Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Cue the music.
A spoonful of
sugar helps the medicine go down.
Well, spit spot. Look who's here.
Hey, Nat, well
This
said.
is Mary Poppins, played by Stefanie Jones.
Hello.
Welcome, Steph.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Steph, I've watched Mary Poppins so many times as a child. There was 3 random VHS tapes that I don't even know where they came from. They even could have been better chord.
Oh, wow, that turned back the clock.
It was Mary Poppins, it was Bed Knobs and Broomsticks,
Oh, yes.
and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Oh.
I mean, an incredible canon there of famous like, musicals. Fantastic.
Yeah, but Mary Poppins, that was legit. Remember the first time you saw the cartoons come to life and it was like, nothing could look more real than this.
Nothing can beat this.
Nothing will look more real than this ever.
It's a very iconic role as a result.
Yes,
Fair
it
bit
is.
of pressure because there's people like him coming to the show expecting to feel the same thing.
You've got the Poppins about you, though.
Oh, thank you.
do.
It's very kind, especially in this blouse.
Yeah.
Look, I'd be lying if I said there wasn't a bit of pressure. You want to deliver the songs a certain way.
Yeah.
People have been hearing Julie Andrews' perfect voice for decades. Like, of course you want to fulfill that wish for people, but also give it your own spin. And the creative team have been great like that. They definitely want us to make it our own in a sense, but it is that nostalgic, iconic story that you know and love.
The pressure.
Steph, you've done many musicals, but getting your voice and getting through this night after night after night, how much stuff do you do to look after yourself?
It's full-time.
Really?
It's absolutely a full-time job. I mean, our physios at work do treat us like athletes because we are. We do 8 shows a week plus rehearsals, plus I'm trekking about doing fun publicity things. It's a full-time job and you have to rest and drink a lot of water and eat right to look after your voice and your body.
Are you told to, like, not sing? Like, once you're done, do they sometimes say voice rest, that's it, you can't speak?
Oh, look, I have advice from the team if I need it, but I know how my voice works and I know when I need to rest. And on a Monday, a day off, if I don't talk before 2 p.m, then I know that I'm sort of in a good place to start the week.
We spoke to another musical star who told us that she doesn't talk on Mondays at all.
Yeah.
And she went to the hairdresser when she was here and wrote down what she wanted because she didn't want to talk at all.
Sometimes you have to do that. Yeah, you do. Yes.
Yeah, save the voice.
Yeah.
I saw the show in Adelaide.
Oh, fantastic.
Just before it finished there. And you are so good. And what I really liked about you is all your movements are very precise, which is very Mary Poppins, of course. That's a thing in itself to embody the character. So, like the songs are amazing. Obviously, you've got a beautiful voice, but to embody the character is a whole other thing altogether, isn't it?
It is a whole other thing, and I think my own performance leveled up a bit as soon as we moved from the rehearsal room to the theatre, and I got to put the costume on.
Yes.
Because that really informs your physicality.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in a proper full Edwardian garb, head to toe. I'm in a corset, bloomers, these leather boots that have been made just for me.
How do you sing in a corset?
It's not easy.
Yeah, right.
It's not easy. It's hard work.
Yeah, because they like really.
They cinch it in.
Has someone like got their knee on your back like tying it?
That's right. Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely correct.
That's insane. I want to know, you've sung it so many times, Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. How do you spell it?
SUPERCALIFRAGILISTICEXPIALIDOCIOUS.
She's right. Did you know to learn that as soon as you got this role?
You have to come see the show because the entire cast spells it out.
They
Oh,
do.
no,
Yeah,
really?
they
Do
do
they?
a great
Okay,
job.
so it's part of the show.
Yeah.
Hey, is there any flying? I haven't seen. Are you flying around?
Yeah,
and
there's
if so,
flying.
is that dangerous, flying around on an umbrella?
I feel very safe.
Yep.
I'm in the theatre tomorrow. I'm teching my flight tomorrow. Just a dry run, not in costume, just we're putting it into a brand new building. So
because you know Julie Andrews, she fell. Like, when
What
she
is
first
that
did it.
story?
Yeah, she fell down.
That to her?
Yeah. She went ass up.
Well, that was the 60s, you know. I think it's all improved a bit since then.
I'll help and save you.
Do you know who it was going to be, Mary Poppins, before Julie Andrews? The first choice was, oh my God, what was her name? From Murder, She Wrote, Angela Lansbury.
Oh, really?
I think I might have read that.
Yeah,
so
well, she was in Bed Knobs and Broomsticks too. So yes.
Yeah, Bette Davis and Angela. Yeah, Bette Davis and Angela Lansbury. There you go.
Jeez. Can we talk about the absolute legend that is Patty Newton?
Oh, we can. I love talking about Patty. She is everything you'd expect and hope for and more.
She's very
the
kind.
loveliest, kindest, most generous. She walks around throughout the whole show just giving out sweets and making sure we're all fed.
Feeding the birds.
Chocolates, That's just her pride and joy. She loves to leave little treats on my dressing room table, and then on stage she's just so poignant and and
the whole
easy to
audience
watch.
holds their breath when she comes on. It's actually amazing.
I was on Bert's show as a guest many years ago, and I was flying around Australia at the time, and my luggage hadn't arrived. So basically, when I rocked up to the studios, I didn't have anything to wear for the show. So Patty came in when I was in there meeting Bert, and she goes, "Oh, Bert, give him some money to buy him a jacket."
Really?
So next minute, I get given this card and get told to go down to Chapel Street in Melbourne, and and I went and bought a $200 jacket and then brought it back, and they said, yeah, no worries. There's a jacket for you.
That is so lovely.
Yeah, it was really
very,
lovely.
Very generous family, all of them.
Yeah. So I owe her $200.
Yes. Well, she's coming for it, Nathan. So
she's here.
Get your card out.
That's why she's here.
That's right. Well, I can vouch for the fact that this is a gorgeous production. It is just so beautiful. A little bit of special effects with you flying around and zipping up the staircase as well.
There's a lot of magic. It's a world-class
and also really shows how badly I think a lot of au pairs are doing these days.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean? They just don't put the effort they did back in the day.
But Mary set the bar far too high.
She did. She's a good girl.
I like the fact that she sleeps in the room with the children as well.
I know, that's so old school.
Extra level, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very sweet.
The show, it's not here. It's a limited series, not here for long. The 9th of September to the 22nd of October. Tickets from Ticketmaster. Stefanie Jones, a.k.a. Mary Poppins. Thanks for coming in.
Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
The 7 Seas! I've got scurvy.
The guys always say, the bigger the boat, the bigger the show. Head to the Club Marine Perth Boat Show September 15th to 17th at Perth Convention and Exhibition Centre. All details at perthboatshow.com.au.
I love this time of year. Club Marine Perth Boat Show is back for 2023, and to celebrate, we have up for grabs a Rottnest Island long lunch. It's valued at $1,000 for you and a mate. Getting there by seaplane, like a fancy person.
That'd be amazing.
So good.
You have to sail the 7 Seas, of course. Steph is in Morley. Good morning, Steph.
Good morning.
Hi, Steph. You're going to be facing the first sea. Are you ready? Okay.
I think so.
Cage Roads, eh?
It's a bit
busy.
It's like a down the wharf,
wharf.
isn't it? All right, here is the first sea. What do you call a boat that has 2 parallel hulls?
A catamaran?
Very good.
There you go.
Steph,
I liked it.
you've made it through to the second sea.
Second sea.
Second sea question. What is the name of the Wookiee in Star Wars?
Chewbacca?
It is Chewbacca.
Wait, you were saying Chewbacca or Chewbacca?
I don't know.
Chewbacca. No, you've done very well.
You've made it through to the third sea.
Wow, the
Steph.
third
Here we go.
sea.
It's a small boat, you know.
Steph, the Rice Bubbles cartoon mascots are Pop, Snap, and who?
Crackle?
Oh. Yeah, okay, you just made it in time.
All right.
Okay,
Well
so
done,
we will
well
allow
done.
you to move
Great
on
kid,
to the
well done,
fourth
Steph.
sea.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Fourth sea. And we can hear the person in the background helping you
Yes,
too, by the way.
can you cheat quietly, please?
What are the small Spanish handheld percussion instruments that produce a clicking sound called?
All time's up, Steph. We move to Michael in Ocean Reef. Good morning, Michael.
Hello, guys. How are you?
No, one for mine.
We're
Same question
on the
for
fourth
you.
sea, Michael.
What are the small Spanish handheld percussion instruments that produce a clicking sound called?
Castanet?
Yes. Nosey's flamenco.
Doesn't
Oh,
even
hello.
work.
You've made it through to
My
the
parents guessed that as clickers.
fifth sea, Michael. We're getting close. Okay.
Okay, Michael, here is your question. What is chromophobia a fear of?
Oh, no idea.
Chromophobia.
Have a guess.
Fear of chrome. No idea.
No, it does start with C, but
It
you're
does.
wrong. Ashley, hello.
Oh, I have no idea what it means.
Wait. We'll ask the question again. Okay.
Chromophobia.
What is chromophobia a fear of, Ashley?
Chromophobia. I have no idea.
Time's up.
I know it's not spiders, so...
I know it's not spiders.
That's good.
That's
Well,
right.
that's good. I mean, it doesn't help you move on, but it was good.
Well, the question where we do, what is this not? That would be great.
Also, it has to start with a C.
Yeah.
So, yes. Melissa's in Bayswater. Hello.
Hey, how you going?
We're stuck
Hi,
on the
good,
fifth
Mel.
C at the moment. Some stormy waters on the fifth C.
The question is, what is chromophobia a fear of?
Is it a fear of colours?
Yes, it is, Melissa.
That would be a hard day to get through,
Yeah,
wouldn't
I
it? Because everything's
You'd
coloured.
really be hanging it out in black and white world,
Yeah,
wouldn't you?
not good.
Melissa, you're through to the sixth C. Here is your question.
Jeez.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's famous quote from the movie Predator is, "Get to the what?"
Cellar?
Get to the
Cellar.
cellar.
It is not
Well,
get
to
to
be
the
honest,
cellar.
though, it sounds like it would
I know.
protect you.
Get to the cellar.
Get to the
Yeah, that's a
cellar.
good
Get
idea.
to the
Let's
cellar.
get blind. Get the red wine before we leave.
Charon, hello.
Hello, how you going?
Good, Charon.
Good. Okay, same question. This is the sixth C of 7. Arnold Schwarzenegger's famous quote from the movie Predator is, "Get to the what?"
Get to the chopper.
Yeah.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper. All right, you've made it through the 7th C. You win this, you win the lot, Charon.
Seventh C. Here we go. Oh, excuse you, Sharon. All right, here we go. What name is usually given to a Russian astronaut?
I don't know.
She's drowned in the 7th C.
She got sunk in the 7th C.
Linda's in Mount Hawthorn. Hi, Linda.
Hello.
This is your chance to
Hi,
swoop in.
Linda.
Same 7th C question.
What name is usually given to a Russian astronaut?
A cosmonaut?
Is correct, Linda. Done it, everybody.
Well done, Linda.
You're off to have a cracking day out in Roto. You're going to fly by seaplane to Rottnest Island. You'll get a welcome cocktail on arrival at Azola Bar Achivo, a 4-course exclusive menu lunch, and a bit of free time. Do whatever you want on Roto. And then you're also getting a family pass to the Perth Boat Show. Linda.
That's great. Thank you very
What a
much.
great score,
For
Linda.
answering one question correctly.
I know. Lucky to be last.
Isn't it just?
Well done.
It pays to
You never know
swoop
when
in.
it's-
I
yep.
know. Could go
I
all
tell
the
you
way.
what, there are people out there listening that got every single one of them
100%.
right.
100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
They just never get through.
Maybe tomorrow's their day. We'll be playing Get to Know.
This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat, and Sean.
If you are currently on the Tinder or the Bumble or whatever it is.
Hinge, that's another one.
Yeah, you're going to listen to this.
What else,
This
Harry?
woman's got a bit of a warning here, Harry. What are you on?
What else? What else?
What
is
else
out
do you want,
there?
Harry?
Yeah.
They're the top 3.
Hinge.
Yeah.
Hinge.
Yeah,
You got a good
yeah.
strike rate in Hinge.
Yeah.
Hinge, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
download Hinge and get a load of Harry, eh?
Yeah.
Hello.
I don't
Get
get
around
hit
him.
up. I don't get hit up by anyone. I'm on Stan, Amazon Prime, Netflix,
But it's safer that way, Nate.
even Disney Plus.
Okay, now it got weird.
Okay, so this woman in America, her name is Lexus. She has posted a public service announcement to the TikToks. She said that she come across a very attractive man called Joshua.
Hey,
on Tinder.
Josh.
Hello.
They met up, had a great time. Both had sort of similar interests. For some reason, talked about fashion quite a lot.
Okay.
You know, yeah. So he was, a bit of a stylish man. They went on their second date where she called him and then said, "Why don't you stop by my house? We'll hang out here." And
Interesting.
Anyway, long story short,
We know what was going on.
they did it. Yeah.
What? On the second date?
That second date.
And that's been confirmed?
Yeah, yeah, they did it. Okay, so they've done it.
They did it, then they've done
I'm not
it.
gonna get too
I'm
much
glad we're
into that.
glossing over the details.
They've done that, and then the next
Then
day,
what?
Can I ask you one question?
Yeah.
Did they do all of it?
they did all of it.
Okay.
Yeah, they gave it a red hot go. Then the next day, they're sitting at the table having a bit of a chat.
Yes.
And the guy said, "Oh, hey, let's put some music on." And she had recently spoke to him before how he doesn't have Spotify. And he says, "One of my friends has got a really great playlist. Let me go and
Right.
track it down on Spotify. Can I have your phone?" And she goes, "No worries." So she gets his phone. He gets a phone and then he goes through it for a little while and then he goes, "I can't find the playlist," and handed it back to her. She didn't think anything of it. Anyway, he ends up leaving. Anyway, so she's sitting there at the table talking to a friend, and then next minute she notices where her shoes are, which are on a rack. So, just like a shelf. Each shelf is a pair of shoes. She noticed one of the shelves bare. And she turned around and she's going, oh, my God, what is happening? Now, she was speaking to him about a certain brand of shoes. They're called Mason Margolea Tabby shoes. I don't know. They look like ninja shoes with the toe split down them.
Oh, I love ninja shoes.
So they're apparently a big fashion statement. And they make them for men and they make them for women. And apparently they're very, very famous.
And
people
ninjas.
like Timothée Chalamet.
And
ninjas. People like Timothée Chalamet, he would wear that.
Okay.
So anyway, she notices her shoes are missing and she's gone, oh, my God, I think this guy has stolen my shoes because they were talking about them. So she went, no, this can't be right.
They didn't have the same size feet, did they?
No, it was a woman's shoes. They were the Tabby Mary Janes. So they're a pair of Mary Janes, whatever they are.
Oh, you can smoke them afterwards, yeah.
At 4:20. No earlier, no later. So she goes, well, wait there, I'm going to contact him. This can't be right. So she goes to get on Tinder. She cannot find him on Tinder. He has deleted his contact.
Profile.
She went, wait there. He came over my house last night. And she went, I rang him to organise for him to come over. So she ends up getting her phone and looking for his phone number. And then she realises his phone number's not in her phone. And then it dawns on her. That's when he asked to look at Spotify on her phone. He had gotten her phone and gotten rid of his phone number, stolen her shoes and took off out of her apartment.
It's a fair plan.
She's not happy. Here's Lexus.
I deserve retribution and I want my shoes back.
There you go. She deserves them back. That is a lot of planning to steal someone's shoes, isn't it?
But I know, I think it was a crime of opportunity.
Yeah, me too.
Are you talking about the phone thing?
Yeah. He knows the brand. These shoes are around $1,000.
We've all been there.
These phones are these shoes are around $1,000. So I just think he's seen he knew what the shoes were. They talked about them. He's seen them. And how much are they on there? Okay, here they exactly are. 1,000 on sale for $1,339.
I'm sorry, they're gross.
Is that Australian dollars or US dollars?
They're Australian.
Yeah.
If you were in a choir
it makes
group,
you look like you've got goat feet.
It makes you look like you've got goat feet.
Yeah.
Like your cloven hoof.
The camel toe shoe of the world.
Yeah. Isn't this crazy? Do you reckon many people have had either a date or a one-night stand do something weird at their house, like take something?
Oh, what, stealing? Yeah, I guess so.
I reckon. Maybe souveniring as well.
Oh, is that why you guys stay out of the day?
Is that what you do?
Yeah.
Natalie?
Yeah, I like to souvenir.
What do you like to take?
Just cash.
And their credit card. It's really great.
It's a souvenir.
That's good, yeah. Good on you, mate.
And I like to be gone before they wake up. And sometimes their TV.
Yeah.
We want to know, this is very specific, but I reckon, you know what, we know our listeners.
If you've got a story, you've got a story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We want to know, has a date or a one-night stand stolen from you? There we go. What do they take? And if they didn't take anything, but they did something bloody weird, like that woman, remember this woman, she had a guy over for a date, and then when he got there, she realised they didn't click. So then she started sort of bullcrapping to him and saying, I haven't really gotten over my ex. So he was like, wait there, she's still not over his ex. So he's asked to use the bathroom, and then he left afterwards. Anyway, the next day, her housemate's partner came over, he went to use the toilet, and then he calls her in and goes, hey, have you seen what's in the toilet here? Because he put the toilet seat up to have a wee, and then they had written, the guy from the night before, he had written a warning saying, run, fellas, she's not over her ex, in lipstick underneath the toilet seat.
I mean, that's
only
really
guys can see it.
So he's offering advice to future suitors.
These girls didn't know a warning was underneath the toilet seat.
Because they would never check it.
So funny. All right, has a one-night stand or a date stolen from you, or have they done something bloody weird in your place? We're going to give somebody, this is awesome.
Yeah, this is amazing.
You're going to get a Scarborough Live voucher. This is valued at $600.
You've gone crazy.
To spend at participating businesses such as Need, Bread and Coffee. There's a whole bunch of others down there. Rip Curl Scarborough, Colleen Pierce Healing, Motion Clinic and Oaks Pilates as well. Oaks Pilates.
So good. All right, so we just want to know if a date or a one-night stand has stolen from you.
Hi, Danielle.
Hi, how are you?
Good, Danielle.
So, was this a fella over at your house? What happened?
Yeah, it was just a date, and he stole my dog bowl.
Okay, so
and
what?
He sent me a video of himself drinking out of it 2 days, or I think 2 days later.
What?
Oh, did he think that was funny, or was generally that, no, I've taken this from you, sucked in?
Were you dating a Labrador?
I don't know what was going through his head, but it was pretty instant block after that.
Okay, so he took your dog bowl, and he sent you a video of him drinking out of it. Was it a video? Was it of his dog drinking out of it?
Sorry?
Was it of his dog drinking out of it?
No, it was him drinking out of it.
It was him.
And I know that it was my bowl because it was like wasn't like just a normal silver bowl. It was like one I got made for my dog at the time with his name on it.
So he took it. He sent you this video. Now, was he sending the video as like, ha ha ha, look what I'm doing, or was it?
I don't think so.
So it was like sexy. He thought it was sexy.
I think it was meant to be sexy.
He thought that was gonna be sexy. You know what I mean?
Well, he missed the mark, didn't he?
I mean, but like, even if it was sexy, knowing he was drinking out of your stolen dog bowl would take the sexiness out of it.
Yeah, I want my dog bowl back. My dog's thirsty.
Like, if I know that Danielle's into me drinking out of a dog bowl, I'll drink out of my own dog bowl. I won't steal hers because that won't get her on side for the next visit.
For the next visit.
Instant block. There you go.
Yeah,
thanks, Danielle. Sue's in North Perth. Hello.
Hi.
Okay, Sue. Did a date steal from you? What happened?
Oh, it was a long time ago, about 25 years ago, and we met at a party, and he was pretty cool, and we hung out for a while, and then I was living in an apartment with a friend, and we went back there, and in the morning he took off, which was fine, because I thought he was a wee bit weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, Sunday I didn't really kind of leave the apartment, and then Monday I went to go to work and I couldn't find my car keys anywhere.
What?
And thought that I must have left them in the car, so I went down and the car was missing.
Oh, he stole your car!
He stole my car!
I love how you're like,
unbelievable.
He was a bit weird.
Did he send a video of him drinking out of it?
So how did you chase that down, Sue? What happened?
I tried to get hold of him because I had just had a feeling it was him, and I tried to get hold of him, and I couldn't get hold of him. Left a couple of messages and said, look, if you don't return my car, and I know you've got it, I'm going to phone the police and report it stolen. Anyway, and I did because I hadn't heard back from him by the Tuesday.
Yes.
And then about the end of the week, I got a phone call from the police to say that he had robbed a petrol station.
Your taste in men is shocking.
You can pick him.
You can pick him all right.
God, you must have been
Beautiful
desperate
work,
at the
Sue.
time.
Beautiful
You
work.
knew he was a bit off, but thought, I'll go with it anyway.
So, are you with someone now?
Two-door Daihatsu egg box. It was like a little tiny two-door Daihatsu egg box. It wasn't even a nice car. And he was about 6'7".
So, are you with someone now?
Yes, I'm married.
A good fella?
Better than that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, anybody's going to look good after that, isn't he?
That's classic, Sue.
Amazing work, Sue.
Yeah. Sue's been with her husband for 4 years right now, and every week he gets so excited to get her a letter from her in prison.
Amazing.
Jessica's in Belia. Hi, Jessica.
Hi.
Hi, Jess.
Yeah,
Hey, Jess.
What happened?
I had a guy that came over. Look, wasn't stealing much, but and I wouldn't really say stealing because we're all hungry after a big night.
Famished. Some would say famished. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, he basically took a chicken bake that had been in there for about a month.
Oh,
None
God.
of us wanted to. We were a group of housemates living together and no one wanted to throw it in the bin.
Yeah.
Little did he know. I could hear him pinging at something. And then me and my girlfriend then realised when we woke up he was gone. The chicken pasta bake was gone.
Uh-oh.
And we put two and two together and the tinging was him hitting the bottom of the thing, the bottom of the bowl. Oh, my God, it would have been so old and like...
Oh, my God.
He would have been fried.
Luckily, there's nothing safer than old chicken.
Yes.
You know what? You really knackered him out, though. Well done.
Yeah, he needed energy.
Yeah. Really put you back into it,
Story
Jess.
for a life.
If you hang out with Jess, you carb load before and after.
Bring your own. It's probably safer. Thanks, Jess. Joe's in Rockingham. Hello.
Hello?
Hi,
Hey,
Joe.
Joe. Did a date steal something from you? What happened?
Yeah, really weird behaviour. Small backstory is that I met a guy going out one night. He was from the eastern states, and we got along, and I was already planning to go away to Bali for a couple of weeks, a few days later, but he broke his leg and couldn't return back to the eastern states. So I said, oh, you can stay at my place while I've gone away to Bali.
Yes.
Yep, all fine. So I went away to Bali, came back. and I was living on my own at that time, and my house was nice, and all my plants were gone. And I said, what's the deal? Where's all my plants?
Yeah.
Like, I had beautiful plants inside. And he said, yeah, well, they had breathed the same air, the same oxygen as your past boyfriend, so I had to get rid of them.
Oh, my God, what a psychopath.
How haven't you been murdered?
I can't
You should be
imagine.
dead right now because he was a murderer.
That's the biggest red flag I've ever seen flying.
Oh, my God.
God.
Was he serious, or did he make that up on the spot that he, unloaded them to people for some money?
He's been down the Melville Marcus.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. That sounds weird as.
Oh, he would have gone, he went through all my stuff, but the stupidest thing is that I ended up marrying him.
You married him?
Joe?
Joe!
As in you were trapped into marrying him and this is a cry for help? Or are you...
I don't know. There were so many red flags. I should have stopped but hadn't taken notice.
Joe, how long ago did you break up with him? How long ago did this end?
About 20 years ago now.
20 years ago. So after
I
that...
married again.
After that breakup, did you get rid of all the plants?
Again? You're like, yeah, he's been breathing your oxygen.
You know what I mean? Because
That's reverse feng shui.
that is unbelievable.
I've never heard of that before.
You married him? That's
Yeah,
another topic
I
we're
know.
doing. ... And you married them. We're doing that. We should do that tomorrow.
Joe,
And you married them.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Joe.
Thanks for your
are we
story,
going to
though.
reward that behaviour? Okay. Scarborough Live, everyone. That's where it's all happening. We've got a voucher valued at $300 to spend at participating businesses
No, we
such
haven't.
as...
How much is it?
What did I say?
600.
It's 600.
What did I say?
You said 300.
You are
Why did you pick me up, Dave? We were out for a good luncheon.
Because
and
we
you
know
stuffed
where you're
that, Matt.
going.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Men take things.
$600.
This one does. Yeah, check out Need and Bread and Coffee, of course. That's a great place. That is going to go to Joe because we were saying, how could you?
Joe, the biggest of red flags I've ever seen. That's extraordinary. And you went, yep, no, and I married him.
I do.
Unbelievable.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
It's time to
Let's hear it for Cirque du Soleil Crystal, a breakthrough ice experience from the best seats in the house with Banquest.
Right, here we go. Up for grabs. 2 premium Banquest best seats to see Cirque du Soleil Crystal. That's the ice one. It's going to be amazing.
So good.
It's at RAC Arena and $100 to spend on food and drink.
That is good news. Helena's going to join us. Hello, Helena.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, Helena. Do you know your music, my lady?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, you know a lot of things.
That's the sort of
actually, Helena.
confidence
You're
we
good at
like.
this game.
Okay.
Fantastic. You're up against Steve from Canning Vale. Hello, Steve.
Good morning.
Steve, how long have you been listening to music for?
Well, you get lullabies, don't you?
Yeah, okay.
When you're born.
Yep, no, that's a great point.
Technically.
Yeah, so how many years
from
then,
the very
Steve?
beginning, Steve.
About 40.
40 years.
About 40 years. Well, a little
40
bit of
years of
And
study.
And that's not including maybe your mum played you some music while you were in the womb.
Oh,
It's
in
possible.
utero.
All right, here's what's going to happen. We're going to play 2 songs at once. Now, you need to tell us the titles of both those songs. We don't care about the artists.
No.
You're just showing off if you tell us the artists.
Yeah.
But we do need the titles to be word perfect as well. Let's test you buzzers. Helena?
Helena?
Steve?
Steve.
Working
Now,
well. Best
you
of
can
5.
jump in as much as you want, guys.
Yes, because if you get it wrong,
We keep going.
we'll keep going. Yeah.
All right. Are we ready for 2 songs number 1? Let's do it.
Yep. Steve.
Steve?
Mbop and Umbrella.
Oh, my God! 40 years experience!
40 years of study has come into his own.
Was red hot, Steve. Red hot.
Definitely was played music in utero.
Yes. Steve, you lead 1-0. Solid start, my friend.
Wow, Helena, watch out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, are you ready for 2 song number 2?
So you're a tough guy, like you really rough guy. Just can't get enough.
Helena?
Helena?
Footloose and You Be Rough?
No. Footloose is correct.
Footloose is correct.
All right, we'll keep
Play some
going.
more.
Steve.
Steve?
Footloose and Bad Guy.
Oh, he was ready. He was ready for the fumble, wasn't he?
This battle is insane.
Steve, you've shot out to a 2-0 lead.
This is crazy.
If you get the next one right, that's it. It's over.
Jeez,
Come on, Helena.
Get up there. All right, everybody. Here is true song number 3.
Is it fast enough so we can fly away?
Helena.
3 times over.
Raining Man and Fast Car. It's Raining Man.
Helena's on the board. Got a battle. Steve leads 2-1.
Can I say, when I designed this competition, this is everything I ever hoped for.
Yes.
What's happening right now at Wimbledon?
Lived up to everything we'd ever dreamed of.
Is everything.
All right.
You ready for true song number 4?
Ain't nobody tell me nothing.
Steve?
Helena?
Steve? Steve?
Old Town Road and...
And?
Torn?
Oh! He's done it. Brilliant. Done it.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
Can I
Steve.
say, I am legit impressed by you, Steve.
When we asked for people that knew their music, we didn't think we'd ever get you, Steve. Well done. You've won.
Thanks,
you were great too, Helena.
Well done, Helena.
You've won
sweetheart.
2 premium best seats to see Cirque du Soleil Crystal at RAC Arena, Steve, and we're throwing in $100 worth of food and beverage as well.
Awesome. Thank you.
Well,
Everybody, you know
That's
what?
the gold standard.
If you're thinking, how can I be better today? Be like Steve.
Yes, in
Be
life,
like
in this
Steve.
contest and in life.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.